Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something pretty wild.
Yeah.
So imagine this.
Okay.
It's March 2025, and there's this Signal group chat,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got all these big names from the Trump administration, like Vice President J.D. Vance and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth,
Wow.
even National Security Advisor Mike Waltz.
Oh, wow.
But here's where it gets crazy.
What?
Somehow, Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic,
No way.
ends up in this chat.
You were kidding me?
Nope.
That's wild. I mean, how do you even, stumble into a conversation like that?
And what's even crazier is what they were talking about on this super secure platform.
Okay, what were they saying?
Get this. They were discussing detailed attack plans against Houthi rebels in Yemen.
Oh, no.
And Goldberg's reporting just lays it all out.
So what kind of details are we talking?
Specific targets, the firepower involved.
What?
We're talking F-18 fighter jets, MQ-9 drones, even Tomahawk cruise missiles.
Seriously?
Yeah, and apparently Defense Secretary Hegseth went into the whole sequence of operations.
I can't believe it.
But think about it. When you think of Signal, you think encryption, right?
Yeah, end to end, like it's locked down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like sending a message in an unbreakable box.
Right?
So how does this kind of information get out?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, it makes you wonder about using these apps for government business, especially when national security is on the line.
Right, and why wouldn't they use an officially sanctioned platform for these conversations?
I know, it's like common sense.
So what does this whole thing tell us about how our government operates?
Wow.
About the holes in our national security communications?
Yeah.
And what about the trust we put in these supposedly secure platforms?
Good point.
That's what we're going to try to unpack today.
All right, let's do it.
So the Trump administration came out swinging. Oh, yeah. President Trump, Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, they all said the same thing. No classified information was shared. Everything was done by the book.
A classic non-denial denial.
Right. But that didn't exactly stop people from freaking out.
So what happened?
Well, pretty much everyone, both Democrats and Republicans, started calling for investigations.
Wow, so they were all pretty concerned.
Oh, yeah. They were worried about how this sensitive information was handled and the risks to national security.
I mean, I guess it does make you wonder what their standard procedure is for these kinds of communications.
And then you've got the security experts.
And what did they have to say?
They were basically saying, don't use apps like Signal for classified discussions.
Period.
Period. No matter how good the encryption is.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. They all said stick to secure government-approved channels. The ones with all the safeguards and audit trails.
Okay, so using a secure government courier versus sending sensitive documents through regular mail.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
And, of course, the media went nuts.
Oh, I bet.
The Guardian,
Yeah.
the New York Post, everyone was covering it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And late-night shows like Stephen Colbert's had a field day.
Oh, man, I bet that was good.
This is when the term Signalgate started trending.
Signalgate.
Yeah, kind of captures the whole tension between convenient technology and national security.
It's true. I mean, we want to use the cool new tech, but
we have to keep our secrets safe.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tough balance.
So for me, this whole thing really highlights how vulnerable our government communications can be.
Yeah, I agree.
And it shows how important it is to have strict protocols when you're talking about anything even remotely classified.
Absolutely. I mean, this whole thing really makes you think...
About what?
Well, about the future as these communication technologies get even more advanced and more common.
Yeah.
What are we going to do to protect national security in a world where everyone's connected?
That's a great question, and it's one we'll have to keep asking ourselves as we move forward.
I agree. It's a whole new world out there.
It really is.
It really is.